a Doctor Who figure review. Oh, doing a review on a Doctor Who figure. 161. This is another character, which is from series 11 of the 13th Doctor, who should have been male, but it's female. Just going to take it out of the box and do a review on it. Now, this figure, which the character's called Ribbons of the Seven Stomachs. Bit of a ridiculous character. The name of a character. Now, I think this character, if the show had a male playing the Doctor and had a better writer for the episode, call this character a different name. I mean, Ribbons of the Seven Stomachs. Don't know why called that. Let's see, like detail on that. It's fine. Nothing wrong with the detail. You've got his bag, the bag there, bag there. Nothing wrong with it. Detail, perfect. Now, what I just think it's a ridiculous name. Ribbons of the Seven Stomachs. Now, the thing is, see the character, detail's fine, as I said. Colour's fine, but apparently this guy was somehow a villain. Let's just have a look in the book. Now, of course, and it looks like this is going to start happening again. I'm getting a bit sick and tired of this happening every time. It's gone beyond a joke, an absolute joke. Just going to go for a sec. And just got, oh good, now it's back. As I was saying before, it just started to do that stupid thing of going round and round. It was like a circle going round. Now, this character they could have done a better job, really. You know, he looks more like a traveller than a villain. That's what he looks like. You know, he's the detail, the colours, he's got his bag. He looks more like a traveller. And yet, in the episode called It Takes You Away, that's the episode that Chris Chubnall called that episode. The writing was absolutely pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. And I think the thing is, the face isn't even good at all. Look at the face. I mean, I know they do a real good job on these figures, but the whole story in it was crap. Father protecting his daughter, and instead of the doctor, who was played by a female, being nice to the father and a bit more sympathetic, was totally nasty, treating the father bad, all because he was trying to protect his daughter, keep her safe. See, you look at that picture here, right? Okay, looks good. But the thing is, should have looked like that. Like a traveller going to help the doctor. Sorry about that. Those hooks don't stay up properly. They're meant to, but they don't stay up. That's why I've got to fix the whole room up. The whole story was wrong. This is why I hope, and I've said this before, when they get someone to play the 14th Doctor, it's a male. So when the 13th Doctor regenerates, it's a male. Not another stupid female. And get a better writer that knows how to write scripts for sci-fi shows. Not write scripts for that's a load of rubbish. And think of better villains. Because as I said, with this figure, he should be more like a traveller, because the way he's dressed, you know, he's got his bag, he's a traveller, and of course helps the doctor, you know, needs to help, he needs the doctor's help. But no, it looks more like a traveller than a villain. I mean, they've done a good job with the figure. Nothing wrong with the figure. Details perfect. and how they've got like a leather look. You know, he's got like, hang on, if I can get the, there's like a symbol there on his bag, and he's like he got leather coat, shoes, you know, all the detail. Hang on, I might, because it's a bit dark, so I just might put the now. Now, as you can see, got his bag. He looks like a traveller, you know. And the detail. As I said, he looks more like a traveller than a villain. So, you know, I really think that they need a better writer, someone that knows how to write sci-fi scripts. If that's what Doctor Who is. The show is sci-fi, not politics. And hopefully the 13th Doctor regenerates and it's a male. So it gets back to normal. A male playing the character and a better writer that knows how to write scripts for sci-fi shows. But that character, alright, the figure's fine. The detail and the colour. Detail's fine, colour's fine, gives that leather look. But as you can see, now let me know in the comment section below. He looks more like a traveller. The way they've got this figure, the character should have been like that. Not how they've got it in the character in the show. He's crouched over like this. Look at that. He's sort of his head down. Right? He's like this. Why not have the character like that? Would have been perfect. A traveller needing the Doctor's help. But instead, a character like that, crouched over. So, and instead of being a scavenger, this is the thing. Instead of being a scavenger, why not, as I said, a traveller? Now, if they had if they had got a male to play the character, play the 13th Doctor, instead of a bloody female, if they got a better writer that knew how to write sci-fi shows, sci-fi, you know, it's sci-fi. So they need a writer that knows how to write scripts for a sci-fi show, not write rubbish. They could have still had this character, but look like that. You know, stand up, traveller, needs the Doctor's help. You know? Like that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the figure. Perfect. But the character should have been like that. A traveller. Needing the Doctor's help. I mean, the detail on is perfect. Colour's perfect. There's nothing wrong with detail or colour. Okay? Nothing wrong with it at all. Now, in 162, this character, I don't even think anyone can pronounce this character's name. That's its name. I'm just turning it off. What is that? Thigh Jarans. How can you pronounce that? These characters that they thought of. It's from Demons of the Punjab. I mean, how can you say that name? It sounds like Thigh Jarans. Your Thigh Jarans. And look at the character. Look at it. I mean, pathetic. That character, look at that. They should have had a male to play the character. But instead, what happens? No, they don't. They have Chris Chibnall, whatever his last name is, you know, he becomes, the sci-fi writer for the show. And he's been writing scripts for series 11, 12, 13. And I think series 11 and 12, rubbish. Thank you for the like. It's rubbish. Hi Kuzo, how you going? I'm alright. I'm alright. Just did a review on a figure, Doctor Who figure, which I think that he... Okay, thanks. No worries. He looks more like a traveller than a scavenger. You know, all in these leather clothes, and he's got his bag. And yeah, that's how he looks. So yeah, I'm alright. Usually when I do a review on a Doctor Who figure, it's usually a positive review. It looks good, the character. Yeah, I mean it's not a bad character, but he looks more like a traveller. You know, going to help the Doctor. You know, or he needs the Doctor's help. So he has something in his bag to give to the Doctor. But looks better like that. I mean, it's not a bad figure. They've done a good job with the kit. Yes, man, true. Yeah, it definitely Kurzo, because I mean, all the other series, when they had a male playing the Doctor, you'd have characters sort of a bit similar to that, probably roughly similar to that, who might need help or is being used by somebody else, and you know, and they're not really bad. So the Doctor ends up stopping the ones that are forcing these others to be bad, stops those ones and helps that one. That's good. Question for you. Who is your favourite Doctor? Um, um, well, they're all my favourite, but my main one is I'd have to say the first Doctor. I mean, they were all really, really good doctors. Um, but I'll probably have to say the first one. The very first one. So, I mean, they all were good. I mean, I think Tom Baker with the fourth Doctor with the jelly babies and that. I mean, they're all. I mean, they're all my favourites, but the one is the first Doctor. So to answer your question. Um, yeah, yes. David Tennant did a pretty good job. They all like they all did a good job, but you know, they're all slightly different each one. But they're always the same Doctor. I mean, David Tennant did a pretty good job, so yeah, that was all right. So yeah, so in the next issue, which is 162, is that I can't even pronounce that word. Jarans. Um, I mean, the figures don't look too bad. Not sure about the character in the episode, but the figure's not too bad. Bit hard to say that name. So yeah, so let's see. Tomorrow, of course, I'll do 2 live streams. So will probably be. So is that character from the new series? Yes, it is. It's from the new series, which has the female playing the Doctor. From series 11. which I watched it, but I thought it probably could have been a bit better. But yes, it's definitely from the new series. But they could have done a bit better with the character because, I said, with the figure, you know, like that, which would have been better. Even though the figures looks pretty alright, detail and colour, not bad. But yeah, tomorrow I get to put the ankle for Terminator on the bottom. The only thing I enjoy on the series was seeing Captain Jack back. Yes, I thought that was good. He did a pretty good job. The only thing I thought that was quite rude is when he's talking about, you know, Rose as, you know, being another dimension, and the 13th Doctor's just not listening. It seemed like the 13th Doctor didn't interact with Jack as much as the others did. Like, the others were sort of listening and, you know, but, you know, the 13th Doctor, it looked like couldn't care less what Jack was saying. I mean, it was really good to see Jack back in the show, but could have had a bit more interactive, you know, a bit more interaction with the 13th Doctor, with Jack. Because Jack's talking about Rose and the other three are sort of listening and talking, and while the 13th Doctor's got a head down, can't be bothered what Jack's saying. You know? So, but one thing though, out of all the figures, I've never seen a Captain Jack figure. There has not been any figures of Captain Jack. Hopefully, because in the special, he gets included with the collection, because it wouldn't seem right for him not to be part of that collection. You've got every other villain from all the new series. No Captain Jack. So they should include that. Even include the ones from Torchwood. Because the word Doctor Who, all the letters are used for Torchwood. If you take every letter and write the word Torchwood, all those letters are from that word. They should include him and the others. But apparently it's only going up to 200. Issue 200, as they have said. But then again, they could continue it on. Captain Jack should be included. Others. Companions. This is the other thing. Companions need to be included. You know, all the others. Rose. Sarah Jane. Joe. And all the others need to be part of this collection. So I guess I have to wait and see as it gets close to, what, 200. And hopefully they include Captain Jack in the collection. Because he's part of it. I mean, he travelled with the Ninth Doctor. It'd be cool, a canine figure. And that as well. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's like, oh, if the base is just a little bit big and, you know, you've got a figure of canine. That's why, you know, they say, oh, yes, it's going to finish at this number. But as it gets close to that number, oh, we're going to continue on. And they should continue on. Every figure, every character in the Doctor Who series, every series, should have companions as well, and canine. Yeah. Continue it on. So, you know, it would be good. So, yes, it would be good if they did that. Every character so have a figure, it'd be in the show. Exactly. Yes. You know, have with all the villains and the doctors, right, it gets to 200, then start on with all the other companions, canine, and then start, you know, with them. Even if it went up to 290 or 300, at least they've all be included. Every character of all the companions, which would be good. And then finish the collection off. You've got all the villains, doctors, and companions, and canine. What would be good is if they could include the console, all the different consoles. But I guess we never know whether they will do that. I mean, it's fine with all the character, you know, all the villains and that, because I got all the villains and doctors and that. But you need to include the other ones, the other characters from the show. Does that collection have a TARDIS with it? No, it doesn't. But I think... No, actually, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. I mean, that should be included as well. They should have all the different TARDISes. Because where it started off on the outside it was small, and then gradually size changed. I mean, they had the other type of characters, big characters. There's ones like the ants in the old episode of the old series years ago. You've got to figure that it's sort of a bigger than this one. They need to include everything. And, you know, the TARDISes, every companions. And I mean, the K9, because the 4th Doctor had K9, the 10th Doctor had K9, and K9 showed up twice. First time when he bumped into Sarah Jane at the school, and the second time was when you had the special, had that journey one that was in 2 parts, and they needed to bring the Earth back in its own solar system, and of course the coordinates and that would think, oh, would it take too long? And then Sarah Jane says K9. K9 appears, and K9 helps, gives the Mr. Smith the coordinates and all that, everything, all the numbers and that, and well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see when it gets close to a 200. But that was a review on this figure, which I think, as I said, he looks more like a traveller than a villain. And of course, in the next one, you've got that character, who is also from Series 11. So, yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens, whether it gets up to 200 and that's it. If they do continue on, hopefully they include other things that has to do with the show, companions, K9, all the different TARDISes, and even the consoles. Which would be good. So yes, so I'm going to go now, and I want to thank everyone for coming on. So take care, stay safe. Awesome review, man. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Kurzo. Thank you. Very nice of you to say that. I definitely will keep up the good work. So take care and stay safe. And as I always say, don't forget to put a like, put a comment, share, subscribe, and I'll catch us later. Take you too, Kurzo. Take care, and I'll catch us later. Take care, guys. Bye now.